Teachers, schools, the place where teachers hide or basically live 24/7. The main purpose for teachers is to teach, hence being called teachers in the first place. And when it comes to the good or bad teachers, I'd say from my experience I've had a good amount of both. One of my favorite teachers, I guess in this we'll call her Miss R. She's not actually called Miss R, but we're just going to call her that for now. I'm pretty sure she actually watches my YouTube videos, so hey. Miss R was by far one of the best teachers I've ever had. She taught Algebra 1, and at the time I was a big math nerd. I always looked forward to actually going to her class every single day. I remember I was the only one who normally raised their hand in class, and I was the only one who normally got the answers right, and so I always got a lot of glares from the other students. I remember this one specific time that she had a question about, actually I forgot what it was, but she had a question about something, and I raised my hand, and I gave her an answer, and she was like, oh, that's right. And then I remember just looking around the room, and this one girl, in the corner of my eye, I saw her glaring at me into my soul, and you could just tell by the glare that she was giving me, she was not happy at all. And throughout the year when it came to getting our grades back or homework back, it would be the same girl always giving me the same dirty look. At the time I didn't really care too much, so I didn't let it bother me. Even after we still finished the class, I still got some weird looks from her in the halls every now and then. I ended up actually having a lunch with her, and I remember asking my friend about this math problem because I had a quiz in my next period. And she looked over at us and said, ugh, why are you guys talking about math? This is lunch, not math class. And we both looked at each other really confused and kept talking about the math problem. It was probably because she wasn't really that big into math, and that's totally fine. Not everyone's good at everything in school. There were also a few teachers that I didn't necessarily like based off of the way that they taught and just how they acted in general. I had a different math class a few years later where this teacher just did not understand how to teach. The way he taught is that he would pull down one of those whiteboards or white screens, and he'd pull up all these notes that we had to write down in a certain amount of time, and then those were our notes for the day. He didn't say a single word through any of the notes, and he just wrote those down and said, alright, now I guess you could do your homework or whatever. And everyone would give each other a really scared look, like, is he serious? Like, we don't know what we're even doing. And I remember going into his class one early morning to ask him a few questions before a certain test. And I remember asking him about a problem, and then he looked at me and just said, just don't overthink it, alright? And I just gave him a look like, what? Like, you're supposed to be helping me out here. I don't know what I'm doing, and that's why I'm asking you. You can't just say, don't overthink it, and then expect me just to be like, oh, I feel so much better now. I know what I'm doing. And I've had plenty of teachers in the past that did the same thing. And to them, it may seem like an easy question, but at the time, to me, it seemed so complicated, and I was freaking out, and I didn't want to have my grades drop on me. And I know teaching can be very hard, coming up with your own material and being able to teach a class thoroughly and still being able to get through each and every student hoping that they understood what you said. I really do admire the teachers that do a really good job at teaching their kids and being able to have a detailed explanations for everything that they have, but I don't really have the same feeling towards the other teachers that don't do the same. But yeah, teachers. Some are good, some are bad. Yup.